And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today will be a bit of a quicker review. We're taking a look at Pixel Tactics 4. This is not to explain how to play Pixel Tactics 4 because while this is a complete game, it's essentially the same game as Pixel Tactics 1, 2, and 3, and you can go back and watch reviews for at least the first one if you want to see how to play the game. This is just to show you the new cards and concepts in this set. Here we go. This base game has operations. You'll notice these are gray instead of the usual purple special cards. Operation cards are played in the back of your area, and you'll put time units on them, and after 3 time units they go away, but they can give you a special effect during this time. For example, this one here, you can recruit into your vanguard during any wave, and clearing corpses in your vanguard is a free action. Here, you can mark a hero, and that hero is +2 attack strength, and they can't take damage. However, when the operation is complete, you're going to defeat that wave. So operations are like a special... They go in the back of your wave, behind your vanguard. You have 3 spots for them, and there you can put operations or traps. Now, traps are the other thing, and this particular wave, Wave 4, is all about the traps. There's a few operations, but there is a lot of traps. A trap you put face down in the back of your wave. You have 3 spots for traps, and then you can reveal them as a free action. It's an action to put the trap down, but you can reveal them. And so we have a lot of different traps that are here. For example, when a hero makes a ranged action, you can basically block that action and do the damage, 5 damage to that hero. Boom. Here, when your leader takes damage, instead of your leader getting the damage, the attacker gets the damage. Here, when someone casts a spell, you cancel them and you kill the hero who activated the spell. Here, when someone recruits a hero, you kill that hero. Here, when you declare an attack with a hero, you get +4. Here, when a hero in this column would be defeated, that hero is restored to life. And here, when your rival places a trap, you can basically make them get rid of their trap. So these are kind of like surprise, except your opponent sees you have a trap. And if you're playing with the same decks, they know kind of what traps are in the game, so sometimes they're helpful to you, but many times they're hurtful to your opponent. There's also some characters who are all about traps, like this administrator here. This, when you activate a trap, you do 3 damage to any hero. When you place a trap during the flank wave, you draw a card. Placing traps is a free action for you during the rear wave. So this guy's all about traps. I'm not really sure how administrator and traps work together. The planner here has spells that can deal with traps, where you can get rid of your opponent's trap, or you can get one of your own traps back in your hand. Here's even another person, the reporter, who you can look at your opponent's face-down traps, and that's a free spell. It doesn't even take an action to do so. Other characters that are in here, I like the Exorcist. They're fun. They're +2 attack strength for every 10 cards in your discard pile. Now, it's not that fantastic, because if you have 10 cards in your discard pile, then you need to get cracking and maybe start winning the game. Recruiting this hero is a free action if you cleared a corpse this wave. This one's all about clearing the corpses. The first corpse you clear each wave is a free action if you put them in the back, which is interesting. I don't know what that thematic means. Is he making mushrooms from them or something? Here, this guy, you can return this hero to your deck, draw 3 cards, and put one of them as a hero in this slot. So basically, I like this guy because, or you can place the top unit of the rival's deck into play an empty slot and his unit as a corpse. I like the fact that he has kind of a random nature to him, but can bring some cool things. The chairman here gets extra attack for people in the same column. This guy, the time traveler, I really like. His main slot, but I like the flank slot here. It gives your leader ranged attack, and you know there's some really powerful leaders out there. Giving a leader with a powerful attack range is a big deal. For that sole purpose, I think I liked this guy, the time traveler. Here, the groundskeeper. You can return a hero to someone's hand, which is always fun. The Slayer here has a ranged attack that's extra damage if he attacks someone in the same line as he's in. This guy here gets attack strength +1 for every card in your hand, a maximum of +5. I guess this shows the power of books for the librarian, but I still think that's pretty cool. And the Dread Knight here, when this hero attacks, you do 4 damage to your own leader. That's crazy. However, he is a 6/8, which is pretty powerful. All right, now we're going to take a look at some leaders And I'm going to show you, there's a lot of leaders in the game, but I'm going to show you my 10 favorite leaders. First, we'll start with Daedalus here. This guy's a long action, and long actions, that means it's 2 actions, but he can put a forge marker on this leader. Now, a forge marker is a useful thing because in this case, the forge markers, as he's placing these forge markers out, every unit has +1 attack for every forge marker on him. Really like that guy. This guy is super powerful, 12 attack. However, to attack with him at all, you need to discard someone to defeat a hero in your own area. So he's kind of kamikaze, but still lots of fun. Ran here, when they recruit a hero, they have to put 3 damage on that hero. Your opponent does. So everyone that comes into play, boom, is taking damage. Or put 1 damage on the leader. Cool. This person here discarded. This is one of my favorite. By the way, I'm showing you these from 1 to 10, by the way. These are my top 4 favorite. This one I like because she makes her own science pile. And at the end of the round, she gets a science marker for every card in the science pile. And if she gets 50 of these science markers, she wins the game. Or he wins the game. I guess that's an old man, sorry. Wrath, so this gives you an alternative victory condition, which is something that always makes me happy. He has no attack to make up for that. You just got to keep him alive. This guy's a mean one because your opponent's hand is now 2. This guy here he eats the corpses. It's the same guy that was that mushroom guy earlier. Basically, you can clear a corpse in either unit to take 4 damage off a hero or 2 damage from a leader. That's neat, just kind of gross. This one I like, although I'm not very good with this one. Jance, whenever they're about to play something, you can guess the name of the card. If you're correct, it's gone. Fun, but like I said, hardly ever happens for me because I'm really bad at guessing. Wellesley gets to determine who the first player is each round, which could be a really big deal. I'm going to go first. I'm going to go first again. You know what? I'll go first again. This one's a pretty straightforward one. New people can play this. Everyone in your unit is +3 attack and +3 life, but then this guy takes 2 damage every turn. You can't reduce it or anything, so you have 15 turns. But he is powerful and makes everyone else powerful. And then if you want traps, this is the queen of traps. Luna has 3 extra slots for traps, so you have 6, and every time you activate a trap, you draw 2 cards. Now, traps are the big feature of this 4 and operations, although there's Pixel Tactics 5, which has more operations and a few traps. These sets actually sync pretty well. If you're ever going to mix sets, these are 2 good sets to work together. But 4, like I said, is all about the traps, and I like traps. I like that idea of it's like a react, but I can see that you put a card down, like, oh, what's that card do? You know, what do I do about that? And I really enjoy that addition to the game. I like the different characters and stuff, so this is fun. If you've never played Pixel Tactics before, you certainly can use this as a starter set, although I would still probably recommend the first version of the game. But anyhow, cool addition, Pixel Tactics 4. Dice Tower Judgment, excellent!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
There.